Truck driver turnover. It's the bane of most trucking companies' existence. And a lot of people will ask us, why is my driver turnover so high? The industry average is about 100% a year, meaning that if you have 20 trucks, you're going to hire 20 drivers a year on average. But there's a wild variance to that. We have clients that have 20% turnover, and they've done it for years. This isn't just one lucky year. So how do they do it? That's the big question. And there are two ways they do it. Either of them might help you. The first way is they make good hires. They don't hire drivers that aren't going to work out. How many times have you hired a driver because you had an empty truck and you had to service a customer? You got to move this load, so I'm going to hire this driver. But you knew in your soul, you knew in your heart, it was a bad idea. And you hired him anyway, and you hoped and you prayed that it would work out and they would actually be a good driver. That is a great story. It should be a movie because it's fiction. It almost never happens. So just making good hires, not hiring drivers who are going to be bad drivers, not hiring drivers who have questionable MVRs, not just trying to squeak them by the insurance requirements. Go find the really good drivers. The other way is if you're a little bit bigger company and you use a recruiter. If the recruiter is not being truthful, your potential drivers, the applicants, they're going to come work for you and they're going to be immediately disappointed with how you guys do things. Because the recruiter sold him this great story about how awesome you are and you're going to guarantee him these miles and it's brand new equipment and you're never going to go to New York. And then 2 weeks in, you send them to New York and you don't get enough miles and it turns out they're in a 2004 Freightliner when you told them they'd be in a 2024 Freightliner. That makes them quit. So be sure that if your recruiters are good, they can be good. I'm not saying that they're all bad. I don't want to paint with a broad brush. But man, make sure that they're being truthful and find out what's going on. If you hear from drivers, well, the recruiter told me this, you want to reconcile that immediately. Get the recruiter and the driver and you in a room, and the three of you all tell your stories. You're going to find the truth. Absolutely. There's a lot of resources here on our website that talk about driver recruiting and retention. We hope you find them valuable. We'd love to help you. Thanks.